Hi everyone, welcome to Filling Sisters with Sal. Today's episode is very interesting. It's a very familiar face to me because she's been with me with my other workshop, but I'm just so surprised. I always get surprised that I get visitors not as guests anymore, but as friends. So everybody, let's welcome Rachel. How are you, Rachel?
I'm great.
So Rachel flew all the way. I'm so humbled. That's first things. Thank you very much for flying in to see and grace us with your presence. Our topic for today, Rachel, we're gonna go right away. So I want to talk about relationships with you. Okay. So can you tell us a backstory of it's like, let's just say, were you ever married? Is there someone special? It's like, because the majority of our viewers here, we know that they're all they're looking for the one.
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question. No, I was married for 1 year, and it was the worst year of my life. So that is not very inspirational there. But we lived together for 5 years before we got married.
I see.
And then there was that 1 year of marriage, and then I found out he cheated on me. So that was the end of that. And it was kind of an interesting way that I found that out because I had Facebook back then, and so I opened it up, and there was a message from a woman, and I didn't know who she was, so I just opened it up, and she says, "I just want you to know that I've been sleeping with your husband since before you got married." And there was other words after that, but I don't remember what. I don't even think I read them. I don't know. So I was like, "Hey, can you come over and look at this message? It's so weird." And so he sat down, and I went and out into the kitchen, and I just left him there to enjoy that moment, with himself. And so then he came out, and I said, "You got to get out of my house right now."
So he was living in your house?
Yes. Yeah, this is my house.
You are more of the, if I can say it correctly, like more of the alpha in the relationship? Would you say that?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that, but I do know that I'm very independent, and I think that can be difficult to be on the other side of. I take care of myself, and if somebody else wants to be there and it's cool, then great. But if it's not cool, then you got to go.
I like that. So you see relationship as something that is very logical and very practical.
I think so. I mean, I feel like people should take care of themselves. Everyone should be okay with themselves first. But like I said, I think that that's difficult to be on the other side of them, because where's your place then,
Now, how did you cope up with that? Because, 5 years of dating or living in together, and then, first year of marriage, and then it's a quick turn from...
It was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. It was embarrassing, kind of, to me, but like, whatever, that's what happened. Just even at work, I went ahead and I had actually changed my name. And so then I have to change my name back. And so you have to explain everything. Right. And I'm a teacher. So I think most of the time in your workplace, maybe people don't even need to know your last name. They just call you Joe or Bob, whatever. But if you're a teacher, you're Miss whoever. Exactly. So now I have to be Miss somebody else. And then, and it was terrible too. Actually, for me, that was one of the worst things about it, was changing my name, because, your name is your name.
Yes.
I don't think men think about that. Like that, I'm now supposed to be someone else.
Right.
How do
When
you do
take
that?
when you take over from your
Right.
your
Right.
husband's
And my
basically.
name was better anyway. So why do we have
Love
to
that.
use yours? It's stupid.
So you went into that stage of picking up the pieces after the separation, and when you were able to handle it, like you mentioned, you're a teacher right now,
Mhm.
and how is that working for you?
Oh, I love my job. I do. I really do. I mean, there are parts of it that I don't love, like the paperwork and the meetings. We have so many meetings, like all the meetings. But the kids are so much fun and bring me so much joy. And it's so exciting to watch them learn. And I used to always do the older kids. I
Mhm.
started out doing emotional disabilities. But now I'm doing like the little kindergartners,
Mhm.
and they're so cute and they're so shiny and they're so excited, and when they learn something, it's so fun to watch them.
So that's right now that serves as your inspiration.
I think so. I do. I like I said, there's that part is so fun. There's the whole other part I could live without.
Mhm.
I could live without the paperwork.
Now, after that, you have experienced married life,
Mhm.
okay, dating life, and now again back to being single.
Mhm.
Would you say that relationship is really not meant for everybody, or it can be meant for another
Yeah.
time?
Well, I had another significant relationship after the divorce, and that one is now also over too.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I'm good at it. But I have been trying over the past couple of years to kind of look at myself and look at the way that I do things, and I mean, I suppose it could get really deep into it, but they say that you choose partners based on your parents, and I think you just mentioned that in one of your videos,
Right.
and that's probably why it's fresh in my head.
Mhm.
But if you look at my relationship with my father, we did not have a close relationship at all, and in fact, he's not living anymore, but he never accepted me. Like, he said that I wasn't his, and it was I think part of what led to my parents' divorce,
Mhm.
which is ridiculous because I look exactly like him, unfortunately. But so there was always this, I think, disconnect where he was not there
Right.
with
There's a
me.
gap.
And so I feel like maybe that's what it is that I do, is that I choose people that there's already some sort of distance,
Right.
like maybe that feels comfortable to
Mhm.
me, to choose someone that is distant. I don't
And
know.
but you've learned through the process of being in a serious relationship and dating again. But
Hmm.
now I know also that there's something that you have been thinking of writing.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Is
Right. And
there
I,
any, is this story, if you want to share it, anywhere, how to say this, related to your experience, or where did it
it's interesting.
let's just say it's just part of it is romance. There, that's as much as we're gonna give them.
Yes.
All right. So yes.
Yes. In the I guess the thread that
Mhm.
would hold the whole all of everything together is a very passionate love story
Mhm.
between two
Opposites.
entities, and
I'm thrilled when when I heard about it.
that involve that sort of go throughout all of history, all of time, and that they keep coming back around together again, and the male character is continuously trying to win the female character,
Mhm.
and
Now, don't tell us if they wind up together or not, because I know there's big.
well, the ending has a very
There's a twist.
the ending, well, because it starts at the beginning of all time, like the beginning of, like, the Big Bang,
Right.
like the literal
Mhm.
beginning.
Creation.
So if you want to think about if a story starts there, where's the ending?
That's true.
Perhaps you've heard the story before of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of ends in a special way.
So I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm excited for it. So I'm not gonna pry onto the ending part. But is there any message that you would like to share for people who's watching us that may have experienced something similar in your situation, as far as like getting into a serious relationship and finding their, where they stand again in life, and also enjoying life again?
Well, I think you do have to be okay with yourself. You have to be okay with who you are alone. And, without that, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be an okay partner. You're just not. I feel like. But then also, I think that, like I said, I'm working through what is that like for the other person. But I've gotten older, time has gone by. And so you start to wonder, people say things like, oh, you better watch out or you're going to die alone, and that I think, well, that doesn't really sound that bad. I don't know. Like, what's going to be so much fun about having a bunch of people around watching you croak? But I do feel, though, that there is still something. There's something happening to me, I think, right now, even that gives me sort of hope that maybe there is a relationship out there that can be on the other side of me.
But first, like you were just mentioning, that you just have to be comfortable first by yourself.
Right.
And that's very, very lovely. Now, for everybody who's watching, maybe this is something that your story has crossed path also, similar with Rachel. But on her journey, I'm seeing, she's so lovely. She's so amazing right now. Her spirits are high, regardless of whatever experience that she had in relationship. And because relationship is not the end all be all. And relationship is just a part of our life. And it's not 100% of our life. And that's where I'm going to leave you guys for today. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in to Feeling Sisters with Sal. And I'll see you. Bye.